Hello, folks. This is Hugh Sung, and I've just finished well, we've been here for a whole week, actually.
Yeah, it feels forever.
Yeah, well, I got here Monday. It's what now? Thursday night.
Yeah.
So we've been here for almost a whole week. I'm here with this amazing engineer. His name is Eric Uglum, and he's been gracious enough to be our engineer, not just only for this week, but also when we were doing the initial recording of the other musicians and
That's
singers
right,
and
right.
stuff.
That's right, string quartets.
And we're here in your studio. This is your production
That's right.
studio. This is
That's
the
right.
New Wine.
Yeah, New Wine Sound Studio. That's
New
right.
Wine Sound Studio. And Eric, welcome. Thank you so much for giving me a few minutes to talk to you at the end of a very long set of sessions.
It's been a bunch of work, but very rewarding.
So I had an interesting comment I heard from somebody. They thought that the process of making a CD was simply you play and then you hit the record button and then you should have a record, right?
That's right.
And as I think you can tell us that it's a lot more work than just hit the record button and just burn it, right? Tell us a little bit what's involved. So let me explain. So basically we've been spending equivalent of about 2 weeks nonstop so far, and we're not even done yet, of recording several of my arrangements of songs that I've written based on the Book of Psalms, and also some rearrangements of hymn tunes as well. So tell us a little bit what was involved in putting this project together.
Well, a lot of the what makes it take so long is usually the artist is very demanding about perfection. So you can play it once, and it only takes 3 minutes to play.
Yeah.
So then usually when the artist listens, they go, "Boy, I don't like my singing. Let's redo the singing." And then you've gone to the dark side. You're starting to redo things, and it does get better with modern recording. There's a lot of editing and things we can do, so it never really ends. There's a lot of people mix and edit for a year, and it's improving all the time. And eventually, they just have to release the project. You know, they just have to start on the next record and let it go. So,
and I think it's one interesting thing that I think a lot of people don't realize too is that you record the musicians. It's not always just you sit down and play.
Right.
But in the case of we're playing this in the background right now. I don't know if you can see this on the screen, but we've got a lot of these color bars. Each of these color bars is a different singer, instrument, voice. I mean. And we actually record them all separately. So I recorded the first day. I recorded just the piano by itself, right? And then, can you explain a little bit about some of the other things that get layered on top?
Well, when you put a large, serious project together, you often have trouble getting everyone at the studio at the same time. It can be quite expensive, especially when you have a national release with national players. It's a lot of plane tickets, and so it's gotten fashionable to, with modern technology, to record to a click or metronome track and then send those tracks to another studio where an artist lives. I mean, we just got somebody from Scotland.
Yes.
We got their tracks today, singers that are going to, it's wonderful to load them into the system here and listen to them with all of the tracks together. So some of these people have never even met. They're going to be on a record together. So it's modern technology allows all that.
It's amazing. But so Eric, tell us a little bit about how you got started. I don't know if you guys know this, but not only is Eric a phenomenal recording engineer, you've produced some really, really important records. I want you to talk about that a little. But he's also a phenomenal guitar player and a beautiful mandolin player. And he's also a terrific singer, and you're going to hear a lot of Eric. His musicianship is right on this album. And you sing, you play the guitar, you play the mandolin, and in addition to engineering. Tell us a little bit how you got into engineering.
Well, I was in a lot of bluegrass and folk bands.
So you started off as a musician.
Yes, and then as they started to record, I'd get access to more studios back in the late 70s, gosh. And then in the 80s, a lot of studio recording, and so I got to know the equipment more and more. And then when I hit 40 years old, I didn't want to be on the road all the time anymore, and had an opportunity to invest some money into a recording studio so I could stay home with the family. Basically,
you're home and they never see you because he's in the studio 12, 14 hours a day.
That's often the case.
At home, but
right, I'm at home. Right, that's right.
That's really, really cool. Well, tell us a little bit about some of the most notable artists and albums that you've produced.
Well, many of them are folk and bluegrass projects. That's what my reputation's in, acoustic music. So just been a lot of different people. Alison Krauss recorded on my solo record. She sings a high baritone vocal on one of the songs that was on the charts for a while, bluegrass charts.
Okay, cool.
And Sean and Sarah Watkins with the Nickel Creek Band. Sean did his solo record here, and a lot of people like that. The country, bluegrass, folk sort of scene.
That's wonderful. But it's actually the perfect, because what I was looking for was an acoustic sound to the album. I didn't want to just rely on too much electronics. Even though we're using high tech. One of the interesting things about using all this great technology, it does a great job of capturing acoustic instruments beautifully. And you still need a musician's ear. All the tools and technologies, all the gadgets, really don't take the place of a good pair of ears and a good heart.
That's right. Yeah, if you have musical sensibilities are still required. I hear that a lot when I listen to mainstream pop albums. I'm going, why did they leave all that garbage on there? Why did they leave the pitch correction sounding so obvious all the time? So it's just for those of us that are into traditional music, we're trying to move you more than impress you, I guess. So we're sticking to the fundamentals that convey emotion more with the instruments instead of just loops and nonsense. Right.
Well, Eric, thank you so much for being a part of this amazing. It's a wonderful project. I thank you so much for being part of the family that's putting together, and I can't wait to release the album so you can hear him sing. He's amazing, and he's a fantastic player. So anyway, Eric, thanks again.
Thanks so much. I'm proud to be involved.